Don't fucking, hey! Don't fucking touch him! Stop! Yeah, sure. Just fucking stop.
You just walk away.
What a fucking champion this kid is. Look at him in his little Michael Jackson boots. Adam insists he's not gay. I don't know. I've never seen a straight man wear an outfit like that. Get him, Nick. Get him. Nick just wanted to grab hold of him, man. Look at him.
Don't fucking touch him. Stop.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him.
You just walk away.
Just walk away, dude. Don't touch him. He's a little homosexual Mexican. Oh, I love that clip so much. You have no idea. Look at this guy. Look at him. Yeah, get him, Nick. Look at his little boots. Look at those fucking boots. Oh, man. All right, that's enough of that. Welcome to the Scuffed Express. I hope you're ready for a real banger, because we're gonna have one tonight. We're gonna cover a little DSP, but first I want to get something out of the way, since everybody's been bugging me about it. Where is it? Here. Keemstar DSP. Ah, here it is. Okay, and what's the first one? All right. So we're going to address this. Apparently, there was a 10-minute screed against me and the rest of the writers' room, and I just wanted to do a little response.
Mom, his hair's dyed blue. He looks like a fat lesbian. You think Andy Worski wants to kill himself?
This is them blowing up big tech.
Andy Worski's at the pinnacle of his internet streaming career right now. He's got a partner who he's dabbing on his enemies with. He's got a fridge full of energy drinks. He's got a brand new set. He's got a cool looking shirt on. And he's screaming and laughing and having fun and receiving money. And in his time off, he's just playing PS5 racing games, having the time of his life, living his best life. He's in his lane.
That's actually true.
It's actually true.
No, it's actually true.
Yes.
No, but where's the lie, though?
It's true.
That's the actual truth. I was jamming to GT7 fucking 2 days ago. Like, fucking, that was fun.
But I don't know. Like,
This chat feature is useless. I can't put up a poll.
I just don't know. It's like, guys, like...
Do they want, like...
It's chat bar.
They want me to be suffering. Like, I'll be like this. Like, it's like...
They want me to be suffering.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a cope
Yeah,
here. It's like
I want you to be suffering, Andy.
Well, no, I mean, you're secretly a heroin addict, and I don't know, like, we hate each other, we're always fighting, there's always drama here every day.
I wonder who would make you think that.
Like,
I wonder who made us all think that.
And the guys who, like, cry about, like, me living with you, that guy lived with me for a month.
Yeah.
He lived with me.
That guy lived with
me. He knows what my life is like, what the dynamic was like, and he had a great time. So it's all just like some delusional, like warped world that he's living in now, where it can never be a win for me. And that's the thing too, right? Like, they sit there and they criticize, right? It's like, Ralph can never have a W. You guys never give him a W. It's not true.
We have.
I recognize him not going to jail. Good. It's a win for him, sure. But you know what? It's also a win for me because I'm making money off his ass because I'm grifting. Like, I don't know. It's you guys who can't recognize that any of your enemies ever get wins.
Yeah. Because
you guys are perpetually seething. And this guy is sitting in a Discord being influenced by guys who are perpetually seething about Josh Moon. Oh, Brian Dunn. Oh, Brian's seething about Josh every day. Do something, Daddy Adam. Do something about mean old Josh, Daddy Adam. Gay Iranian
This is a cult.
Do something about PPP and Warski, Daddy Adam.
Please.
Please.
Give me a fucking
break. You gotta
break.
stop them. You gotta stop them from making money, Daddy Adam.
Do you hear this bullshit? Do you really think? I hope people really don't think that's actually true, because it's just bullshit. Because it's just like it's sad for me to watch you be like this bloated corpse in a chair next to Andy Worski, and you guys have split the screen to make it look like it's this big room. It's this tiny little office room. You know, you're fucking crammed in there. You're having pay pigs over. This was the revelation. Okay, the revelation was that they were having pay pigs come over and pay $300 for like a meal of Chinese food. They were drinking incessantly. They've got a fridge full of $1,000 worth of alcohol, and they're pimping themselves out to pay pigs to come fly to their house to hang out. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I hope you don't get stabbed in your sleep.
It's so sad.
Oh my God, they don't make any money. They don't have any viewers. You guys don't make any money and you don't have any viewers. If a fucking
literal fucking
OnlyFan
whore,
nowhere, does it make a
400-pound OnlyFan whore
when it gets deleted right away when it has 60 live viewers? Like, do you really think like if I fail, it's not going to be because of you guys. It'll be because of me. Like, but
that's
it's just
true.
The seething never stops over there. Ever. Ever. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that is, it's true.
Like, pretend that's not happening? You wanna try to-
Wait, they keep going. This is like, this was all sprinkled throughout the stream.
Thing, Katie Cat, you were the biggest fucking
Bring
fan
up
of
2
Adam
bears
there was.
and an otter.
But because he's such a hypocritical faggot, who jannies his chat while he cries about jannying, who fucking... I mean, listen, everything the guy does and accuses other people of, he does himself. So he loses people like you. People get tired of it. It's the same repetition of...
Do you know who talks like this, Ashton? Adam. Do you know who talks like this? Ralph. I mean, you are the person that you've, based your entire business model on in a lot of ways. You've just become kind of like Ralph. And this is a Ralph cope. Now Ralph is coming out of the Zanny-induced, stupor that he's been in. He realized, oh my God, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and I got to pull my act together. And where I'm hearing this from you.
Million fucking times. The same shit over and over and over again.
I'm making money.
We get it, bro. Do you really think you're going to convince people this time? This time they'll listen to you that Worski should die? Maybe they will. But I'm going to start to venture to guess that they won't listen. Because you've been crying wolf for
your show
9
is so
months,
successful.
Man. This time it's closed. This time it's over. It's closed for business. They'll never stream again. The channel's
Who said
banned.
that?
Let's dance on their grave.
Let's be
the
honest,
channel is
the
banned.
biggest fault that Godwinson swept for Ali Alexander.
Well, he did.
He swept for pedophiles.
I don't.
That's just saying.
Listen,
Waffage for 20.
Even
like
PPP can't co-sign that nonsense.
One round of applause for me. Waffage for that $20. Thank you so much. Sorry, go ahead.
But I don't like to go off about it. Like, I really don't care. I genuinely was really good friends with those guys. I don't wish them harm. I don't sit there thinking every day, how do I prey upon their downfall or this, that, or the other? Like, honestly, I know for a fact that they miss me, and that's why they're lashing out. And it's like, Andy took him from us, and this and that. Like, guys,
doesn't this all sound so gay? Andy took him from us? Yes, that's what it was. It wasn't you lying for like 6 months and having these meltdown diva moments where you wanted to get rid of Andy or anything, or spinning your web of lies and deceit. Backstabbing me live on a 2-hour show. No, it was because we're jealous of Andy Worski. We're clearly very jealous of Andy Worski. I'll tell you right now, I would not have random fucking neats. I don't care how much. Listen, you have to pay me a lot of money. I would not have random neats in my fucking house drinking. I can't even imagine. Can you imagine the state of this place? Just think of the state of this apartment. They've had 4 pay pigs there We know Ashton doesn't like to clean. We know Andy is incapable of doing basically anything, right? And they're having them all in their house, bumming it like it's some kind of fucking trap house, okay? Andy's 35 years old, okay? You're nearing your 30s, Ashton. You're fucking running a trap house for pay pigs. Yeah. You're really doing great there, buddy. You know, I couldn't have wished best things for you. I couldn't have wished for better things for you, a better outcome, you know. Couldn't have wished for it.
It's really gay. It's just gay.
It's really gay.
Like, you're grown-ass men, supposedly with a wife and child on the way, spending 12, 14 hours crying about how I'm so evil and I've done you so horribly wrong. Okay. Anyway.
What is this, fan fiction?
All right. So now we're on Ali.
Everybody's saying drop the DMs. I'm not reading
Round of
DMs.
applause for
So
the
ridiculous.
downfall of Ali Alexander here. So
Well, that's the thing too, Awakening Bear. No one even knows what I'm talking about.
it's honestly,
Like,
No
our
one does
audience
know what the
doesn't
fuck
even
you're
know
talking
who
about.
These people are.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter.
Well, now
Look.
you have Andy's audience. You're fully tied to Andy. The only people you hang out with are Andy's pay pigs. Your entire future is linked to Andy Worski, and all of your income is linked to Andy Worski. I mean, what do I really need to do to you, Ash? Really need to think about this. I don't need to do anything to you, bro. I mean, if you don't think this is going to explode in some kind of colossal way, and there's going to be, you know, because the pay pigs are going to snake you immediately. There are going to be pictures of you passed out in your own vomit in this apartment during this party, pictures of you eating, the squalid state of this place. And it's just like, what do you think is going to happen here, bro? I just don't know what does he think is going to happen? I wish I could put up a poll, but I don't have everything set up so I can put up poll. But I'll fix that in a minute when we get into the DSP segment. I'll fix that in a bit. But fuck, I forgot where the otter and the bear section was, but I think they go back into it.
It's been daily for 9 months. It's just
It just doesn't matter, you know. But it's just amazing.
I just don't know
Anyway,
where this guy's
so
fucking
this is one
head
thing
is
that I
at.
find
Where
very
is his
interesting.
fucking
So
brain?
Going to this Ollie Alexander stuff. Milo is kind of wrapping up the Ollie files here because I guess he's on the Yay grift again. But he says, we're taking a break thanks to the Ollie files. America finally knows the truth about Ollie Alexander Akbar's predatory proclivities. No one in media or politics can ever again.
Yes, everybody was
fame him for
everybody was
pretending to
supporting
merely a persistent rumor.
Ali Alexander.
Those who still protect Akbar or who assist in covering up his criminal
I don't-
pederasty
let's
will
see.
pay a heavy. We have a
And I'm very curious, and I'm sure we're gonna fucking see that exposed very, very soon, to be honest. So, there we go. Recently unprecedented.
Whatever. There was also a small clip of. Hold on, I think I got it. Let's see. I gotta pull up my folder here. No, I only have them announcing. Well, we'll just go over this real quick.
months and months and has had to face the most public humiliation possible at the hands
Only
of
have them
Milo
announcing.
Yiannopoulos.
You know
The
what's not
Elon man.
humiliation though?
This sounds like a
$150
great idea.
from
Great
our
idea.
friend Psycho.
Psycho!
We miss you, buddy. If you all don't know, we had Psycho, Reneg, and a few of the A-Logs here at A-Log
Yes, they were
Manor.
up here
Take
at
on me,
A-Log
Red.
Manor,
Days,
and
and
they
we
were
had
partying.
Such a fun time with them. Psycho, man, it's nice to see you, buddy. Good to be
4/12/52,
home.
thank
I
you.
had a fucking blast last weekend. Can't wait to do it all again in a few
I
months.
mean, he
hopefully.
melted down
Hear this
about me all fucking
half
show. Wait, this is
of
your
the
show now,
Chinese we
Ashton?
got on
Melting
Sunday.
down
That's right.
about
We
people
did
your
all this
audience
good
doesn't even know
Chinese food.
about because it's all
If anyone
fucking
in
Andy
chat
pay pigs
is
now.
mad they didn't stream at all last weekend. It was my fault. We were baked. Yes, that is true. We were, but
Well, listen, it is what it is. I didn't think there was that much to cover.
there was nothing.
Look at his face. He's already embarrassed that Andy has now exposed that they've been hanging out with pay pigs all week.
There
tried.
was a few things,
There
and
was,
we're
like,
going to
this-
cover that stuff today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But honestly, it was like the end of the arc there was like Ralph getting divorced. It's like, let's take
It's
it.
more
A-Log
important
showed up, by the way,
to party
as,
with people who are paying
like,
to
right
party with
after
me,
the
I guess.
Crab Dance stream. So they didn't. So they were on the plane. They came in and we're like, "Did you hear the news?" We're like, "We just did a stream." Ralph stuff. Fuck
And
it.
then
It
we
was
got
hype.
2 more donos came in. Elgato for 10.
Full disclosure, audience. I was invited up. I was never encouraged to give money to hang out with PPP. Just saying. I just don't get it. So what was that timestamp now? 4:12. Let's do it. 4:12. Oh, right.
Re-click that for their saving.
Who's that?
So,
Was that Tim
let's show
Heidecker?
Oh yeah. That was. Yeah.
you this. This
52.
was posted. Milo posted this. Don't we have a video clip of Ally on this show that Milo has used against him from just last week? And then I'll get back into this article. Interesting.
Well, you know, Katie Cat, it might be gay to have a male roommate, but at least we're not watching bears pound otters like
Some people.
some people watch bears pound otters in their spare time, and then other people sweep it up for them and pretend like it's not an issue.
All right. You want to know? Okay, let's address this. Let's address this.
I feel the snake, nigga. I feel the snake.
I feel the snake.
Let's address who watches gay pornography. I don't put watching gay pornography behind a paywall. I'll tell you that.
Odd as fuck, dude. Holy.
For Christmas, I don't watch a softcore gay porno for Christmas.
The entire fuck do you have on? That's the least of my worries. My dick won't
This is what you fuckers are up to. You want to talk about gay. They want to talk about gay.
It's like with the missing.
Let's talk
tooth,
about
but
gay
he's
action.
got like a permanently hard cock, but he's trying to grab his.
Let's talk about the gay.
He's a cock doctor.
A cock doctor with 2 naked black men on a couch. Another naked black man. Well, half naked black man right there.
What the fuck has happened?
Let's talk about the gay porn. Let's talk about watching gay pornography.
Can we show
Gross.
this?
Let's talk about it.
I don't know. The guy just walked in with like a fucking horse cock.
sure as
Strapped
me.
to him.
I mean, are you sure?
That was fucking funny. I'm sorry.
There's the gap in your car.
Strolls in, just leisurely strolls in with the
Yeah.
horse cock.
Let me take a look at the cafe.
Let's look at the black man with the horse cock. Let's talk about the black man with the horse cock.
How the fuck?
This
did
had
my
nothing
dick
to
get
do
so
with
big?
me, by the way. I never recommended that they should paywall watching black
They're getting over
interracial,
animalistic passion
whatever the fuck this
there.
was. I can't even remember anymore.
This is the
Black porn,
butt-breaking
black
sequel that we
softcore pornography.
deserve.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these black gay men making out and you watching it with Andy all day. Let's talk about it. We might as well.
Fade to the actual screen being black, please.
We want to start talking about who's watching gay porn. Let's talk about who's watching gay porn. Let's talk about it.
You left the call and I couldn't watch it alone.
He couldn't watch the gay pornography alone. He needed a partner to do that. I wonder why he needed a partner to do that.
Alone? You're watching gay black porn alone, are you, Andy? What the fuck? On a Monday
Let's talk about this gay pornography that people are watching.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You're a piece of shit. No.
This shit crashed, man. I don't know what happened. It literally crashed during the gay sex scene. Was there penis?
Oh, I bet you wanted to see that fucking Alabama black snake.
Okay, no, now we're good. Okay. I'm just gonna.
Stop it.
All right, that's enough of the black porn. But all right. For some reason, it won't. All right, going to next subject. It had to be addressed, bros. It had to be addressed. Moving on. DSP and Keemstar are back at it again. Back at it again, and I'll play a little. Let's see. Do a little Take on Me. I don't know why Take on Me is in the list, but
What is going on, everyone? Phil here, and I'd like to clear the air. There's something going on right now, a little bit of misinformation all over the internet, and a lot of questions about, I guess, some stuff that has been said by various parties over the last couple of days regarding my possible involvement. It came up on my Oblivion stream tonight of all times, and I'm like, this is weird because it's derailing my stream. And obviously, you guys know me, if you are a fan of mine, I like to keep things
another copyright strike on this channel.
Big gameplay sessions talking about nonsense that has nothing to do with said session. So what I decided tonight to do is, after I finished my stream, said, let me just make a video talking about what's really going on, at least from my perspective, so that way people know the truth about my side of everything going on, and that way I'm going to leave it at that. And I really don't feel
leave it at
like
that.
derailing my other content talking about this, so I'm making a special video. I'll probably
Special
set this as
video
my,
to address
featured
Keemstar.
video.
Now, as we know, Keem basically declared war on DSP when DSP decided to lie about a $50,000 contract that he offered to DSP to do something called the Lol Cow podcast, which he would promote and be the producer of. And it would feature an amazing array of Lol Cowdom, where we'd have Boogie, Wings of Redemption, and DSP sit down to talk about various topics. And it was going to be an amazing experience. A brilliant idea. DSP announces, Kim is a piece of shit. I'm not giving you a cut of money because it should all be my money. And fuck everybody else. I don't know anything about it. Then I do know things about it, but I don't. And we'll give you a little.
So you did know.
So Boogie told you or didn't tell you?
Boogie told me that he and Wings had spoken to Keem, and that Keem wanted to do a podcast with all three of us. No money.
These are the newest Pixel devices, engineered.
Oh, these kikes with these ads. I swear to God.
Just say, you know, he wants to do a podcast with all three of us. I didn't know that's what Keem was trying to reach out to me. I said maybe that's what it was. I didn't know because I never spoke with him.
What a complete idiot.
Keem, you are someone who, when you look at your history on the internet, it's very interesting. And I'm actually, I'm impressed with what you've done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched a documentary about you last year.
He watched a documentary last year. He was very jealous of all the money that Keem made, even though DSP basically outdates all of these fucks, except for maybe Stutter and Craig, I guess. He's very jealous of all the money that Keem has made and was very upset that Keem profited off of his masturbation live.
You started off trolling people in Halo. I mean, holy shit. And you turned that into an empire of money on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's so admirable. And if anything, one of the things you absolutely need to be praised for is your determination. You were shut down time after time. False copyright strikes, real takedown requests,
Sound
all
familiar,
kinds of shit.
Phil?
Wanted you off the net, right? You're still there. You never gave up. Damn, that's a success story. That's
Phil, it
moving.
sounds familiar, dude.
Yeah.
I guess.
It literally sounds like you.
Okay.
Video here on DSP Gaming for a day or two, just so enough people can see it, and hopefully this will quell any rumors or anything. All right. So here's the deal. I guess this all started where I guess Boogie went on a podcast. It might have even been the Side Scrollers podcast. I haven't even really confirmed that. And in an interview was talking about, you know, the whole idea of me, him, and Wings being on a podcast that was going to have Keemstar's involvement. And I guess Boogie still has some resentment there where he's upset. He says things like, I cost him and Wings $50,000. All right, that is completely untrue. I can't cost someone money.
He's such a
when
poor
I'm not
boy.
involved in something. All right. What apparently
Easy come,
the
easy
idea was
go.
that Keemstar had is that he wanted to do what he called a lol cow podcast. That he wanted to have it be me and Wings and Boogie. And he was apparently going to pay us $50,000 each as a signing bonus, and we were going to each own a certain percent of the show. And his
Sounds like a
role was
pretty
that
good deal.
I guess he wanted to push the show to various platforms and try to get it on there and try to get advertising and try to get product placements and try to syndicate it and essentially make money off of us doing a show. Okay? Now, you guys know me. If you're a fan of mine, I don't like Keemstar. I don't like the content he puts out, nor
He
do I
doesn't
like
like
what he
you.
stands for as a person. I think that he's kind of a despicable person. Yes, I think personally he has bad morals or has no morals, and I don't stand for that. I don't want any involvement with the guy. I never
Whole
wanted
time.
to. I would never do business with this man. I already told my story about how last year he was trying to reach me. We had a complete disconnect where he wouldn't even call me at the assigned times he was supposed to call me to even talk about said podcast. So I never knew about it. I never knew what it was. I never agreed to be a part of it. The discussion never even happened. Okay? That simple. So, I mean, it's kind of weird that Keem talked directly to Boogie and Wings about it first. Apparently they had agreed, decided to talk to me last, and it didn't work out because he couldn't even contact me, nor did I have any desire to do business with him anyway. Sounds like he was promising something to them he had no right to promise, you know? Oh, I'm going to give you $50,000 if Darkside Phil will do the show too. Well, I'm not doing the show. I had no intention of ever doing it with this man involved. So I don't know how that's me costing them money. That's Keemstar's fault.
So it costs them money because you all desperately need 50 grand and you're refusing to do it on some bullshit moral principle while you beg for pennies from disabled people.
For essentially having an idea and not even seeing if it's something that would be possible. Okay? He promised them the world.
That's just
and he underdelivered.
that's just reality, DSP. I know you don't want to hear it.
So quite frankly, I have no involvement in this whatsoever. It gets brought up on my interview with Side Scrollers back in March. And, you know, I'm like, I don't even know what this has to do with anything. I don't fucking care about it. I don't like the guy. I don't want involvement with him. I have no desire to talk to him ever again. All right? So, Boogie bringing this up, listen, I can understand if the guy's strapped for cash, he needs the help, and he's sad he didn't get the 50K.
You don't need it.
But I don't really think it's fair.
DSP doesn't need the help. DSP isn't constantly desperately begging for money or anything. He's completely well off.
That's put on my shoulders. I had no involvement with this show whatsoever from the start. I didn't even know what the offer really was because I never talked to Keem about it, nor did I desire to, period. Okay? So anyway, that's part one. Now, part two is, I guess, Boogie had mentioned on this interview, or whatever it was, that we had been having discussions behind the scenes.
Comment on Surfer v Shaggy situation. I have no idea about any of it, really, even though, you know, I might have helped out with it. I really don't understand the feud between Shaggy and Surfer. I guess Shaggy feels betrayed by some image that Surfer had sent. Brian had also sent images, but Surfer had sent an image of the rate van or something that was a server of Shaggy's. Why Shaggy would be upset that Surfer would send something like that, I don't know. But he's very upset about it. And we got a real epic meltdown. But I hate that pedophile DJ Axel, so I really want no involvement.
About possibly starting our own podcast, and when we're talking
To
about that,
ruin the
Boogie,
whole
Wings, and
second
me,
half of
okay?
it. Completely, completely
Here's the truth of the
destroyed
matter from my perspective
the potential of real,
We
you
have
know,
had very early discussions. I
you
mean,
know,
I
by
had
playing
talked to
porn
Boogie
in the
about
back.
this, you know, last year, saying I don't want to do anything with Keem, but if you want to do something with me, just you and me.
Internet
we can have a
schizos calling each other
conversation
pedophile.
on our own
Yeah,
show.
that's
We can just
basically what.
interview each other just for the benefit
This is
of
what
each other's
what
channels,
things have
whatever you
degraded
wanna
into.
do. And we kind of shot back and forth about it for a while. And in fact, I'll be honest with you guys, I was thinking of maybe interviewing Boogie for my new DSP Reacts channel at some point this year. But that didn't work out. As you know, my interview show is kind of on hiatus for various reasons.
His internet show is on hiatus for various reasons. You can't get any guests because nobody really wants to talk to Phil. So today I saw this thing and I said, oh my God, I got a stream about this. And it's Keemstar, killer fucking Keemstar, and probably one of the most king moves I've ever seen. King move. Okay, now Keem has been threatening for months that he's going to interview people about DSP and what is the real DSP like. And Keem has said right here, he says, I have set up interviews with DSP's family and friends, even the wife secretly, even Kat while she's faking crying downstairs. Keem is interviewing her. And we are going to get to the bottom of this. Apparently, unlike him, they like money. So Keem offered to pay Phil's family members, and Phil's family members said, yeah, I'll take some cash to talk about Phil. Uh-oh. Phil is going to melt down tonight. It's going to be big, and maybe I'll even be able to catch some of it live. But we'll go into, Keem has been threatening for months, and apparently Keem sent flowers. He sent a variety of things to DSP's house, and DSP feels very threatened. He's calling the police. He's very scared. And now we're going to see DSP's reaction to this.
Hey everyone, Phil here again.
Phil here again.
I find myself in a situation where, once again, I have to make a video to explain a situation and to give an answer to someone who has been basically bringing me up a lot lately. And I feel like I need to publicly talk about it again, even though I thought that this whole thing was over. I feel like it's best for me to actually bring it up publicly one more time, just to clear the air and let everyone know what's going on. All right, so since last year,
we're going to get into lawsuit territory, boys.
Contact me. He's been publicly tweeting about me, threatening me, and saying I absolutely must contact him or else. I did have
contact him or else.
Conversation with him.
Well, DSP, I think you should have contacted him, bro. I think that maybe you should have just bent the knee on this one. But DSP ain't having that. He's never, ever, ever going to acknowledge anybody else. And now we've got the most epic war ever, where now Keem is going to interview his family. Shouldn't have took that call, Phil.
He even made a series of little cutesy mini videos about me, discussing me from time to time. Oh, very flattering videos, by the way. And after having some discussions with him in DMs, I said, hey, let's talk further via email. He refused. He wanted to actually talk to me on the phone. Now, I found that kind of forward. I was like, whoa, well. All right, well, the thing is, I kind of had to give him my number because I'd been doxxed years ago. So if I didn't give him my number, he was going to have it anyway. I told him specific times to call.
I told him specific times.
He didn't call me at those times. He was calling me instead at other times.
So the times Phil gave Keemstar to call were at like 2 in the afternoon, like 1:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. A 30-minute window.
Were very intrusive to my life.
Very king move.
It's kind of weird.
I
specifically said, hey, I'll be open to talk during these times. Please call. And instead, he kind of invaded my private life and tried to call at other times, which was really weird. And at that point, I basically kind of ignored the situation, figured it would go away. It didn't. He continued to keep tweeting about me, talking about me, wanting to talk to me, wanting to get me, involved in my life. It was
he wanted to get involved in his life,
to say the least. I think, at least in the last couple of months, I've pretty much made it abundantly clear that I really didn't want to talk to Keemstar. But then he interjects himself into an interview that I'm having on Side Scrollers that has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with him.
Oh shit, my camera died.
And he's still following me around, essentially tweeting about me and saying all this stuff. But what you guys don't know is that it's actually escalated a little further than that. All right?
It's escalated further.
Basically, today, I started receiving gifts. I got a bouquet of flowers showed up to my house. And by the way, it was a very beautiful bouquet of flowers from Keemstar. The thing is, I have allergies. And so when they showed up, I was like, oh, this is actually a really bad
The killer bouquet of flowers. This is a physical attack on Phil. As you well know, he has post-nasal drip and multiple allergies. And this is clearly an attack on him when Keem sent him flowers.
My eyes started to tear up immediately. I started to get sneezy. I was like, oh, this is bad. Obviously he didn't do his research here. So I did have to discard the flowers. He also did send some delicious gourmet chocolates. And let me tell you something.
Of course, I have that because
I'm a chocoholic.
I had OBS. So I was running OBS for that stream, so I do have it.
I'm trying to avoid the guy. I mean, the chocolates are here, so I ate them. And man, they were absolutely delicious. But still, not interested. But then finally, the thing that kind of, you know, was...
How could Keemstar do that? How could he send chocolate and flowers to this guy? This is clearly an attack on him and his family.
kind of the big deal maker for me. He sent a ginormous box of EL fudge cookies. All right, now we all know
What a bastard.
that those
As
people
we
that
all
live
know,
in that
Phil
hollow
struggles
tree
with his
Keemstar
weight.
there and him, they're just experts at this. This is what they do. Those other Keebler elves and him, they're really good at making cookies. So I used to eat EL fudge when I was a kid, and I was like, man, I can't let these go to waste either. And I started picking out, and I realized, wait a minute, what am I doing here to
It's
myself?
a major slight.
Right? I thought I
against
made it
Phil.
abundantly clear, but I guess I didn't. So now I have to make this video specifically to say publicly, directly to Keemstar, as well as the rest of the internet, I will not go out with you, Keemstar. All right, I'm sorry. I know you're interested.
Phil here declaring that Keemstar is gay and wants to stalk and rape him.
I know you've been trying now for about a year.
Keem may be
and
gay.
you've
I
been
don't
really
know.
It's like real try-hard mode. I
think he just hangs out with,
I've been there when I was younger.
high school
I used to
chicks a
have
little too
crush
much.
on someone, and I was kind of like trying to totally get her attention constantly, and it didn't work out for me. By the way, just so you know, I am married, all right? And so
I
just
am
not
married
interested in you,
to
man.
Cat.
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry I ate your chocolates. I should have probably just rejected them. I couldn't help it. They were so delicious. But anyway, the funny part is, obviously, everything I'm saying here is a joke, but I swear to God, with how the situation has gone in the last year, it's kind of creepy at this point. All right? Like, you might say, why is Darkside Phil making another video about Keemstar? Does Keemstar live rent-free in his head? No, he won't stop talking about me.
He won't stop talking about him,
He's still
bro.
talking about me again today, even though I made a series of...
This is how it works, Phil. If you talk about somebody incessantly, like shitting on them when they like announce their retirement, you just say they're the biggest piece of shit on the planet, then they contact you for a job opportunity, you know. I don't know. You kind of escalated this yourself, Phil.
announcements on this very channel in the last few days.
Cat
stating,
downstairs
I want
crying,
nothing
eating the
to do with
chocolate.
This man. He can't seem to get it through his egotistical head that
Somebody
I
said
don't
that,
want any
chat, too.
association with him. I will never work with him under any circumstance. He doesn't seem to get it. Like, it's kind of like a stalkerish person who's trying to go out with someone and won't take no for an answer and just keeps trying.
Keem the stalker.
Like,
well,
no.
you know, the last guy Keem stalked was an elderly man who played RuneScape, Phil. That was the last Let's Player that Keem stalked, and he smeared him as being a pedophile, and the guy had shit thrown at his house, and the people threatened to kill him. And then it turned out the pedophile that Keem accused him of being was actually in jail. So I don't know how well this is going to go for you, bro.
I don't want to work with you. But there's a chance.
Well, I know he died of old age, though.
There's no chance.
But another
I still
kill,
don't
another
like you.
kill
I still don't
count.
want to work
Keem.
with you. I don't think that you're
Killer
ethical.
fucking
I want
Keemstar.
nothing to do with you. Oh, but maybe if I say it this way, or maybe if I threaten, or maybe if I say it nicely, or maybe if I offer this, or maybe no. You know what I'm saying? So to get everyone caught up here on what's going on, because I'll very, very briefly summarize it. Keemstar wanted me to be on a podcast with Boogie and Wings of Redemption last year. He wanted to call it the Lol Cow Cast, and he wanted to offer us each $50,000 to be on this show. Okay? I didn't want to do it because I want nothing to do with the guy. If I wanted to be on a podcast with Boogie and Wings, I would just try to do it outside of having his involvement. I don't like Keemstar as a person. I don't like him as a businessman. I don't trust him.
I don't like him,
want
and I
nothing to do with
don't trust him.
So he kept trying to contact me last year, and it didn't work out. He literally couldn't call me at the times I told him to call, and he wouldn't email or DM me.
I don't have the
details of
bong in
anything,
here,
so it
man.
just
I can
died.
take a rip.
Out of nowhere this year, he shows up during an
I had a
interview I'm
bubbler,
having
but
on
I
Side
fucking
Scrollers.
broke
He has
it.
nothing to do with the interview. He has
Why
nothing
did
to do here in my life.
why did that have
but
to
he
happen?
injects himself personally into the interview for no reason. Talking about this show. I'm like, I don't want to do this show with you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're out of your mind. What it is this guy seems to have it in his head that he is so
Playing
important,
exciting music
he is
to make
so
this more interesting.
powerful and rich or whatever it may be, that no one can ever say no to him. That there's got to be a miscommunication, or there's got, you can't say no. For some
You can't say
reason,
no. Look at what
if
happened to
he makes an
Salvo
offer, someone has
Pancakes,
to
bro.
accept it.
You say no to Keem, bad things happen to you. I love you, Salvo. I hope to see you, talk to you soon.
No matter what. That's not reality, but that's the reality that apparently he lives in.
See you soon
So,
and talk to you soon.
he's been stalking me, literally for a year. He
Stop
won't
melting
leave my
down.
name out of his mouth. He keeps constantly bringing me up, insulting me, but then he wants me on his show. Then he threatens me to be on it. Threats aren't going to get me on your show. I'm already not interested, and now you threaten me on top of it. It's not going to work, all right? So the only reason this is coming up this week is because recently behind the scenes, I had some conversations with a third party who was representing Boogie and Wings saying, hey, they're interested in getting you on a podcast with them. It's basically the show that Keem wanted to do, but without Keem, let's do it. And I said, I'd be interested. We were supposed to wait until Boogie and Wings had their boxing match. I guess it's in a week or two. And when they were done with that, we were supposed to have conversations about it and maybe get it going and see what would happen. But we literally didn't even have a conversation about it yet in person. It was just ideas through a third party. Okay? Well, what ended up happening was Boogie let slip that we had been talking about this because he was interviewed by
Keem is the end
Scrollers,
boss for Phil to defeat.
And when he let slip on the show that this was happening, I guess Keemstar became infuriated that we would do a podcast without him. And he went back to Boogie and Wings and basically said,
why are you
well,
so
now I'm going
low,
to offer
Phil?
them their money again, their 50 grand, only now I'm going to find a third host because Phil doesn't want to do it. So he makes a tweet about this Friday night on his Twitter. DSP has been kicked off the Lalcow cast, and we're going to find a third member. Who should it be? Everyone give me your opinion.
Well, because Boogie and Wings desperately want that 50 grand. So you being a diva and drawing this out and not taking yet. So you've been replaced, and now you're going to get a documentary with all of your family interviewed. You had to know you hate your fucking parents, Phil. You had to know. Despite what he says these days, Phil made multiple screed videos about how much he hated his parents, which I'll pull up after. And, well, I'll let this play. I'll pull them up.
And I read, I'm not on
Of course they were going to take the
podcast.
money and talk about you.
I never talked to him about it. I never agreed to do it. How can you kick me off of a podcast I'm not on? Again, it's delusion. It's actual egotistical delusion, like a stalker who won't leave you alone and is creating this weird narrative in their head when they get rejected. Okay? So, I publicly made a video here a couple nights ago telling you all what was going on, saying, hey, listen,
this is a good one.
The only thing that's happening from my understanding is I'm having a conversation with Boogie and Wings behind the scenes about a podcast with us. I don't know about him being involved with anything because he's not. That's not the discussion we're having. If he thinks he's involved, I want nothing to do with it. So I don't know what he's talking about. I was never on his show. He's nuts. Okay? The next morning, I get told by a bunch of people, well, now what's happening is Keemstar's upset, and so he contacted Boogie and Wings, and he's trying to do the show without you, and he offered them the money again. So that whole podcast with you guys is off the table. And I'm like, well, I don't know. They said nothing to me. I did reach out to them. I tried to get an answer. I didn't initially get an answer.
None of this is what I'm looking for.
So I talked on my podcast the next day. I think it was like Saturday morning, and said, listen, here's the deal. I wish Boogie and Wings the best, but I'm done with this
Visiting
drama. I
dying
want nothing to do
parents.
with it. I really, I'm just completely done with it. I just want to move on with my life
fuck
and
it.
not
I
be
can't
involved
find
in
it.
any of this stuff. I'm done with it. The answer is, if it has any involvement with Keemstar, I don't want involvement. I'm moving on. So, good
Do you
for
remember
them.
his parents, most infamously, he had a screed for about an hour about why his parents didn't buy him a Wolverine toy and how much piece of shit they were, because they bought it for him the next year and it was already not popular anymore.
They want to do business with Keemstar and they make a lot of money and they find a third host and they make $1 million each. Great for them. I don't care. Just leave me out of it.
I would like to see
Completely leave me alone, I'm
DSP
done,
interview people,
okay?
but
And that's
he
where I
couldn't
left
get
it
them
Saturday
to
morning. I
he
think
couldn't
that's
get
it.
them
That's the end of
to
it, right? I've said my
to
piece.
give
We're
it to
done.
his multiple demands.
I get up this morning, everyone's
the
telling me,
interview.
oh, did you know Keemstar tweeted about you again? I'm like, what? Like, have I not made it abundantly, straightforwardly clear? Again, it's like the mindset of a stalker that won't
Perspic
take
would
no
have
for
gay
an
sex on
answer.
Phil's bed. I don't know about that.
Talking about
Perspic sent
so now he made
salvo
a tweet
footage of him
overnight
peeing.
saying DSP now has 48 hours to publicly apologize to the Lalcow cast, and then he can be on the show again. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you deaf or stupid or both? Okay? Wow. You know, I really feel at this point, and I wish I were joking. I'm starting to get scared. I'm starting to think I should contact someone about getting a restraining order against this guy. Like, he won't take no for an answer. I've said it 1,000,000 times. I want no involvement with Keemstar whatsoever. All right? None. I don't want nothing to do with this man. I want him to leave me alone and stop mentioning him, stop considering me for a show or any projects. I want no business relationship whatsoever with Keemstar ever in my entire life. Done. And when I'm dead and buried, I don't want you digging up my body for things either. Or when I'm burned and I'm cremated, I don't want you trying to get my ashes. All right? I want you away from me. I want nothing to do with you at all. I don't understand why this guy keeps bringing me up. I don't get it. I'm at a loss.
Why does he do it? Why does he do it in
the
chat?
I can think of is that I'm the only person in his entire life who's actually told him no. That I don't want to do anything with him. And he can't handle that. He can't handle the fact.
He's scared. Keem is stalking him. Keem is threatening him. He's rejected him. He doesn't understand why he just won't be left alone. It's not like you have a huge audience of haters who are like just fucking, you know, salivating at the taste of fucking your fresh blood on the floor, Phil. Use your fucking brain.
The fact that someone would say no, especially someone like me who he knows I could use money, it would help me, but I have morals. And some people say, oh, you can't swallow your pride. There's a difference between swallowing your pride or actually having an ethical code that tells you don't do business with this person who does things you don't stand for.
Now, what is Phil's major complaint? That Keem does personal army tax, right? So let's look at Phil. Who else would rally the hate army to fuck with people?
So I'm calling upon the hate army. I rarely do this, but I need you guys definitely to help us out with this endeavor.
Brad Wolfie hate army doesn't exist, but if you want to keep cheering and wasting your time, go right ahead. I mean, I'm not going to stop you from being incredibly stupid. No. There's no such thing as the hate army anyway.
There's no such thing as the hate army.
Hate Army Staff Sergeant is now cheering and talking about my birthday and being invited. He's just stupid. There's no hate army and he knows that he's trying to piss me off, so I'm just going to ignore it. Jay Breezy just cheers to...
So I'm calling upon the hate army. I rarely do this, but I need you guys definitely to help us out with this endeavor.
The hate army.
So, like the way that he operates, I think he's hurt people. I even hear more stories. I keep hearing more stories about how he just started a new show called the Keemstar Show. And apparently within a couple of months of the show running, one of the hosts wanted to quit and he gave him a hard time and now he's slandering
Shout
that
out
person.
to Salvo.
Like, wow, here's a case in point. Something he just did, a business relationship that fell apart, and now this guy's being destroyed by
DSP knows who you are now, Salvo. That's
so
now you know
be a
you
good
fucking made it, bro.
Of how I would want to go into business with someone. I'd be
Oh,
nuts,
that hate army
right?
clip is like
So,
2010.
listen, again, Boogie and Wings can do absolutely whatever they want.
With John Rambo and Howard.
I don't care. I want nothing to do with a lol cow cast and never did. Any show I was going to have involved
I'll
with
never
wasn't
be a
gonna
lol
like
cow.
that. Was going to be a
You
serious
can't force
show
me to be a
with
lol
serious topics
cow.
where we have some
Keem.
self-respect and treat each other with dignity, not call each
I
other
want to be
lol cows
treated
and
with
act like
dignity.
assholes,
I'm a king.
okay?
I'm the king of hate. I mean, I'm rebranding,
So,
but I'm still the king of hate.
I hope now,
King
after
of
publicly
content.
making this video, and I certainly hope everyone will share this video. Share it with the whole fucking internet. Let
Share
them
it
know.
with the whole internet.
I, Phil Burnell, Darkside Phil, am making it known. First of all, I don't want to go out with Keemstar. I'm married and I have no interest in him whatsoever. And number two,
I don't know
want no
about that,
business
Phil.
relationship with him whatsoever. None.
The horse
No
is crying
relationship at all.
downstairs.
Leave
I
me
think you
alone.
need to move
Don't
on.
mention me.
Find
Don't
somebody
bother
new.
me. I'm going to stay here and make content for my audience, and I want nothing to do with you. I'm publicly stating it as clearly and concisely as possible.
As clearly
All right?
and concisely as possible.
Do I want to be on the Lol Cow cast?
Oh, it's over.
Well, let me think about it. No. No, I don't want to be. All right? At all. I'm telling you as abundantly clear as I can make it. I want nothing to do with it at all. There's no circumstance where I'm going to change my mind. There's no circumstance where it's worth the hassle, the trouble, and being stalked all over the internet. All right? I'm done with it. Please.
I won't be stalked
leave
all
me
over
alone.
the internet
I'm
like
trying
I
to be
already have been
as
for the last...
nice about it as possible.
How
at this
many years
point.
has it been,
All
Phil?
cracks
Almost
aside about
the last
people around
15
me,
years. I don't want to be stalked on the
I just don't want
internet.
to deal with it anymore. All right, leave me
You're
alone.
ruining my
You have fun
life.
with your guys over there. You make money. Good for you. I don't even know how I even came
Oh
up
my
with the
God, I
discussion
love this
because
so
I've never
much.
had any association with Keem before.
I've
You
never
know what
had
I mean?
any
Like, it doesn't even make
association with
sense.
Keem.
And again, I
When did Phil masturbate on stream? Was that... I want to say that was 2016, 2017. So that you have a long affiliation with Keemstar.
literally got kicked off the podcast.
You
2 days
literally
ago when
had
I
a
wasn't
fucking
on it.
meltdown.
And now 2 days later, more tweets. Oh, he can be back on if he apologizes. What are you talking about? This is
Leave me
literal,
alone.
not logical thinking.
I don't
This is like
understand.
crazy person thoughts in their head.
I won't
oh,
be
he really wants to
bullied.
be on the show. No, he really wants to be on the show. We just gotta give him another chance. Maybe he'll do it now. Maybe he'll do it now. No, I don't. Leave me alone.
I
And
don't
mean
need
it, too, like,
$50,000.
If this continues,
It's
I
going to
might
be
have to start
lower.
looking into, like,
Every
what can I do
minute
to
that you
protect
hold
myself
out,
from someone
Phil,
who
it's going to
won't
be
leave me alone?
lower.
I'm tired of it. At this point, it's become like a mass campaign against me to keep bringing me up in a negative way. I'm done with it, man. I don't bring up Keem unless someone brings him up talking about me first. I don't care about this guy. We couldn't be further apart in mindset and what we do with content on the internet. So why do I have to keep being in his mouth? And why do I have to keep bringing it up? I don't
Just
want
leave
to
me
anymore.
alone.
I'm done.
I have enough haters.
So please stop. Everyone out there, stop the madness, because that's what it is. I have no interest.
You're going to be on that
I just wanna
podcast
be
whether you
here
like it or
making
not.
Fun, chill content from my audience. You're left alone from this worldwide drama that everyone keeps trying to pull me into. I have no interest in your bullshit. Leave me out of it, okay? So, am I going to be on the Lolcow cast? No. Do I have interest in working with Keemstar? No. Am I going to go out with Keemstar? No. Do I like chocolate? Well, yes, I like chocolate. But I'm not going to be eating any more chocolate from Keemstar. I've had enough. I'm now washing my hands of it.
This guy is
publicly.
crazy.
This is it. I'm done. If anything else is said out of that man's mouth, he's nuts. Just as soon as he says DSP at all in a tweet, in a video, any of his content, he's nuts. He's an obsessed person who needs to be stopped.
He needs to be stopped. We need to stop Keemstar, bros.
He won't leave me alone, and I'm
It's
tired of
time.
dealing with this
We
guy.
got to fucking
Leave me
stop
alone,
Keemstar.
all right? That's as clear and effing concise as I can possibly make it, and I hope that message is now abundant to everyone, and we can stop wasting our time with this nonsense. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoy. And now, back to normality. Although, I may have a few.
No, I think Keem just announced, Keem just announced his documentary. Is he live? Oh, come on, Phil. He's not live yet. He's going to fucking pussy out and not do a stream tonight. This mother. It is a little, no, it's not even too early. I don't know. He might, I got to stall out for a few more minutes here. So Keem says, keep in mind, DSP, totally unprovoked, talked ill about me when I was retiring. I barely even knew him, and he doesn't know me. After that, he was hurting for money, so I offered him $50,000 for a podcast job, and he disrespected me again. After that, I had a peaceful chat with him on Side Scroller Pod and settled the beef. After that, and 24 hours later, he was talking smack at me again. After that, he tried to steal my podcast idea. So I don't want to hear that I'm harassing him. I'm simply responding. And then we'll play a little of Phil talking about trying to steal the podcast idea.
So it just kind of cooled down and there was no real discussion. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I got contacted by a third party basically saying that this person was representing kind of Boogie and Wings and was going to be the third party to put the whole thing together. No, it was not Keemstar. And in fact, the way it was pushed to me was this.
Oh, yeah, it is his day off.
Whatsoever.
It's
so
fucking
I'm
Wednesday.
not arranging for any podcast. Someone reached out to me.
You are right, sir.
As a neutral third party saying, I'm working on
I
this
forgot.
with Boogie and Wings,
I
and we
completely
want you on
forgot.
it.
For some
We'd
reason in
like
my
to do
mind,
a
I thought it
show
was
together,
Thursday.
Yada, yada, yada. And we've had very few, maybe a few back and forth emails and discussions. We have not met.
Oh.
We have not discussed anything. Like,
That's the whole reason I
literally,
want to do
is
this
the
stream.
earliest planning stages of anything you could possibly even think of.
Well, I fucked that up. Like, I fuck everything up.
Hyundai Tucson versus Hyundai.
Oh my God, Phil. I can't believe Phil puts ads on his video.
But really, we haven't worked anything out. We don't know exactly how it's going to work. We don't know what the schedule would be. We don't even know. I don't even know how we would make it happen yet.
Well, anyway, moving on. We'll play this again. I'll end out here. Because I got nothing else to talk about. I wanted to see Phil live react to this documentary. Let's see if Keem's giving us any updates. Our little preview. 300 pounds, 800 pounds in the ring. No, nothing. God damn it, Keem. So you can see the A-logs are the A-logs are celebrating. Poor Phil. Restraining order. This order hereby declares that Keemstar is not to be allowed within 15 feet of anyone DSP knows. Oh, this is pretty good. Where's the secret gift? Look at all the fucking DSP detractors all over the place. It's not like you don't have like experience with this, Phil. It's just all this crap. Okay. So that's the show.
You need to stop. You need to stop. Don't fucking, hey! Don't fucking touch him. Stop. Just, yeah, we will. Sure. Just fucking stop.
You just walk away.
I love the little waiter, the little gay waiter boots. Look at the little gay waiter boots. With that big puffy jacket. He looks like he's 5 years old. Like a 5-year-old. It wasn't equal. This guy starts kicking him. Don't touch it. Well, we know the casino will have content this week. I haven't checked in on Ralph. I've been too busy working. That's Nick Fuentes having an epic showdown outside of CPAC. So, wow. Appreciate you all coming out. We'll do an outro song. Oh, and the poll results. Is having Pay Pigs live with you a bad idea? 74% of the audience says yes. It is a bad idea. And 26% say no. So, at least I'm on the audience side on this one. It's with full 75 votes in there. And play an outro. Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Nah.